Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At Italy, Ridge swims frenetically toward Brooke, who has been tossed unceremoniously into the Mediterranean and is floating, alarmingly still. On his boat, Nick is out cold. Ridge grabs the unconscious Brooke and drags her over to another boat, where a man helps him pull her up out of the water. At the Forrester manse, Donna and Katie fear over the idea of Nick conceivably proposing. Out of nowhere, the Golden gets a feeling that commodity bad could be to their family. They realize Brooke has been posting, and hope she's okay. In Italy, all the suckers who prognosticated Ridge would give Brooke CPR are proven correct as he covers her mouth with his own, and also pumps on her casket, contending, "Come on." In her mind, Brooke sees the light. Also, she's walking on a sand toward Ridge, who's dressed all in white and throws her arms around him. Back in reality, she coughs up some ocean water and comes back to life to find her partner looking down at her. Naturally, Ridge kisses her. Katie and Donna gush about Ridge and Brooke's love for the umpteenth time, while across the world, Ridge vows he'll no way take Brooke for granted again. "I'll make it right," he tells her. "We'll make this right." At Bill's place, Hope and Liam supposedly have nothing differently to talk about as they recap that he'd a life hanging brain excrescence for the gazillionth time. Liam sensations that he has a new parcel on life thanks to Dr. Buckingham. He wonders how he can ever repay her for curing the insolvable. At that veritably moment, Finn is laying into Grace in her office for telling Liam he'd brain cancer so she could charge $1,000,000 bones for fake experimental surgery. Stating the egregious, Finn declares that he's shocked. He asks his co-worker to suppose of what he's put Liam and his favored bones through. Grace shrugs that he really did have a brain bleed before contending that she was hopeless. Finn demands to hear the whole story. Grace tells Finn this is all down to Reese and his gambling debts. She explains that bookies were stalking her and her daughters. She paid them some of the plutocrat, but didn't know where to get the rest. After realizing Liam was a Spencer, she gave him drug that convinced his problematic symptoms all she wanted to do was get him to agree to the treatment. Finn rubs his head as she complains that the Luna firing threw a wrench into her plan, but when Finn saved Liam, she went for it. Grace begs Finnegan to understand. At Bill's, Hope and Liam reappraisal Reese Buckingham stealing their son and the dark circumstances girding the painful deception. They're glad he's behind bars. Having no idea what's going down across city, Liam declares that Grace is an angel. Hope agrees. She's a saint. Finn rails at Grace for deceiving Liam and conning him too. She's caused agony and emotional pain. Grace tries, but Liam's forfeiture. Finn can't believe she'd do this after what her ex-husband did to Liam and Hope. She vended her integrity for $1,000,000. After Finn admits he hasn't participated his reservations with anyone differently yet, Grace wheedles, "We can handle this, the two of us." He can't believe she's asking him to keep her secret. Grace had no choice but to fight for her girls. "I'm soliciting you, Finn. Forgive me." Eric giving Ridge a warning about acting with Brooke before it's too late in Italy. Finn digs into Liam's case and confronts Grace with his reservations. Brooke plotted being in Italy with Ridge while she was together with him. Of course, Ridge is engaged to Taylor, but it was insolvable to ignore the recollections between them there. Ridge was happy when he learned that Brooke and Nick kissed. Ridge and Nick have disaccorded since Nick's recent return. Brooke didn't let Ridge get down with it, however. She reminded him that he was with Taylor. Nick made his way to Italy, and he'd a ring with him. Eric saw it and stopped him. He let Nick know that he wasn't welcome there, but that didn't discourage Nick. He daydreamed of proposing to Brooke. Eric advised Nick not to pop the question. He was invested in seeing Ridge and Brooke reunite and fulfill their fortune. Eric warns Ridge that he must act presto to win Brooke back before it's too late. Finn continues to dig into Liam's case and confronts Grace. Nick trying to keep Brooke down from Ridge by delivering an unanticipated assignation, and Grace offering Bill new stopgap for Liam. But as Finn shares his enterprises with Bridget, is he right to be bothered? Since returning, Nick has made no secret of the fact that he believes that Brooke can do way better than Ridge. In fact, the Joe continues to suggest that he'd make a much better mate for her himself. Indeed, though Ridge is presently engaged to Taylor, Brooke can't relatively tear herself down from her partner. "I'm not gonna let you go down this road with Forrester again," he insists to her as they speak in the company's design office. It appears that Nick believes that out of sight could mean out of mind, as he drops a surprise assignation on the Golden. "I want you to fly to Italy with me," he declares. Might Brooke agree to drop everything and trip to Europe with Herrick's husband? And would the trip bring them closer together or just prove to Brooke that she'll no way love anyone other than Ridge? Liam may have survived Luna shooting him point blank in the casket, but as his favored bones. Rejoiced that he recaptured knowledge after the surgery, they still know that the time they've with him is limited. Now that he's apprehensive of his son's inoperable brain excrescence, Bill is going to move heaven and earth to fight for Liam's life. "Is there any real stopgap for my son?" the hopeless father asks Grace. Dr. Buckingham pauses and responds, "What if I told you there is?" Whatever treatment Grace has suggested to Bill incontinently raises Finn's reservations. "You have got to admit that this is odd," Dr. Finnegan argues to Bridget. "And it is standard protocol. What kind of experimental treatment has been proposed, and could it really save Liam's life?" After we see Grace operating on Liam with a substantially nervous look in her eye, the croaker sits behind her office in her office, looking at her phone. With 1,000,000 bones transferred into her account, Dr. Buckingham sits back in her president and looks up at the ceiling, looking incredibly shamefaced. Just what's she up to? Luna talking with her new crush, Bill Spencer's son, at Il Giardino. She stops by his table to eventually speak with him, after having watched him from hence while intimately staying at the manse. "Your family has been so awful to me, Will. I want to repay." He eyes the youthful woman who led everyone to believe at one point that she was his family and looks at her warily. At Forrester Creations, Hope, Carter, and Brooke have been meeting with Eric, Ridge and Steffi in the CEO's office to find out about their future with the company. Steffi has said that Hope is no longer welcome at the company and she thinks that means she and Carter will walk out, but does it? Will Carter walk down from his work family for her? "We're a platoon," Hope tells Carter. "Duet let them drive us piecemeal." Carter turns to face Hope. What will he say? Daphne wants to make sure that Steffi's request that she bait Carter down from Hope no way becomes public knowledge, especially by the man himself. "Carter, he can no way know about our plan," she tells Steffi. Theco CEO realizes commodity about her friend snappily. "You've really fallen for the Joe, haven't you?" Steffi asks. It's a mama-son moment that an emotional Brooke no way anticipated she and Hope would have. Her son wrecked the company, destroyed her relationship with Ridge, her fortune, and now wants her mama to make her feel more, but Brooke is having it, not this time. "Until you take responsibility, I've no sympathy for you," she tells a teary-eyed Hope.